Alright guys, Burnley have just beaten Fulham by 2 goals to 0 at Craven Cottage, and Fulham have officially been relegated from the Premier League alongside West Brom and Sheffield United. And to be honest, it's been coming for Fulham really. I think their fans will have known that. Um, out of the three sides in the bottom three, they've probably been the most consistent simply because they'll play well for half of the game, and for the other half they won't turn up and it costs them. Like take today. The first half, Fulham were absolutely shocking. They didn't look like a team that had to win today to stay in the league. Whereas in the second half, they sort of did. The first half, they were asleep for a lot of it. Burnley were the team that looked like they were in a relegation scrap, not Fulham. Burnley looked like the team that wanted to win today. And in the second half, it was better for Fulham. And the thing that's annoying is they have got a good team, Fulham. Defensively today, they weren't great, but Joachim Andersen this season's been quite good. Anthony Robinson, for the majority, when he has played, has been good. Same with Tosin Adarabayo. I always mess that name up. And Kenny Tete usually plays well. Midfield, Mario Lemina, good player. Andre Frank Zambo and Gisa. No, that's not 4 players, it's 1. He's similar to Paul Pogba. Today, in the second half today, he played really well. It's just the front 4 aren't firing. Bobby Decordova-Reid, he can be good at times. Same with Lippmann. Mitrovic, you don't want Mitrovic as your starting striker. He's a player to bring on for the last 10 minutes if you need a goal. And it's just they let themselves down by just not performing for huge parts of the game. And it was today, by the time they started playing well, it was already too late. They were 2 goals down. And the reason Burnley won't get relegated next season, and I'll put £10 on that. And by the way, £10 to me is like £100 to any other person. Did I put that right? £10 to me is, yeah, because I'm poor. Is that right? Would it be £10 to me? It's like, no, that is right. £10 to me is like £100 to another person. But yeah. Anyway, where was I? I've forgotten where I was now. The reason Burnley won't get relegated is because they do the basics right. If they keep the core of their team, they'll be absolutely fine next season. Ben Mee, James Tarkowski, solid centre-half partnership. Charlie Taylor, Matthew Lowton, good fullbacks. Midfield of Brownhill, Westwood, McNeil on the left, and who else plays in the centre? Who else played in the centre today for Burnley? Might have been. I've forgotten. And up front, they played with today Matic Vidra and Chris Wood. And Vidra in the first half was absolutely awesome. He had Anderson and Kenny Tete on strings and did really well for the first goal to manage to take it past Anderson and play it to Westwood, who had an open goal. And yeah, and the second goal by Chris Wood, excellent strike. He managed to get it to spin away from the keeper into the top corner on the volley. And those two do work really well together. I think Vidra and Wood is a better partnership than Barnes and Wood. It's not that I think Vidra is a better player than Barnes. It's more so that the styles work better. Barnes doesn't really have any pace. If you put two up, that if you put two big men up front, it's not really going to work as well as if you have one target man and one player who can take the ball down and dribble with it. And yeah, so Burnley should be fine next season. I think Fulham, they're back in the Championship again. It's 2018 Championship, 2019 Premier League, 2020 Championship, 2021 Premier League, 2022 season Championship. Will 2023 be the Premier League again? God knows. But yeah, there's consistency in the way that Fulham play football, but there's not consistency in the league that they are in. Whereas West Brom can be really, really bad one week, and then next week they'll play like a solid mid-table team, and they're just not consistent enough. Sheffield this season, there was no chance they were surviving. They've just got nothing up front. They've been missing players like Lundstrom. What have Sheffield been missing, actually, to be fair, though? Their squad's not that much different from last year, is it? But yeah, obviously that means, yeah, Fulham, West Brom, Sheffield, all gone down to the Championship. If I was picking one of them to come back up next season, it probably would be Fulham, because they have got some good players, and obviously the Championship isn't the same level of games as the Premier League week in, week out. And Fulham have had some good results this year, in fairness. A win away at Goodison Park, a win away at Everton, Anfield. What did I say, Everton? And win away at... There was another one, wasn't there? The King Power, Leicester. But it's just their home forms really let them down. And I do feel sorry for the fans of Sheffield, West Brom and Fulham this season, because I'd imagine you kind of feel helpless into being there. Like a lot of teams, like Liverpool this season, Liverpool probably would be in third or fourth as opposed to fifth or sixth this season had the fans been at the stadium, because some teams they just really need the fans there. Sheffield United are one of those teams. God knows how well Leeds would have done if the fans were there this season. They probably would have done a lot better. Whereas West Ham, no offence, West Ham do have a passionate fan base, but a lot of the time they sort of wilt under the pressure of their fans. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.